Today we're going to be talking about 3 Wall Street bet stocks that you should have your eye on. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Pro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of your favorite stock at the moment, why it's your favorite stock at the moment, and also leave a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys want to start trading these Wall Street bet stocks or these meme stocks per se, then go ahead and get signed up with WeBull. You can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 when you deposit $100 on the platform. With all that out of the way, let's get into our first stock for today, Workhorse. So I chose Workhorse because this is a stock that could be actually good long term, but this is actually a stock right now that I'm only looking at for a momentum swing play. Because honestly, it's priced a little bit higher than I would like for it right now without any government contract like they were rumored to have earlier this year, and that is why they were trading so high earlier this year. They were rumored to be getting a government contract with the United States Postal Service. When that turned out to actually be false and someone else got it, their stock plunged and they started getting shorted to all heck. And that's the reason why Workhorse is on our list for today, because it's one of the highest short interest stocks in the market right now. Now, shorts have started to cover, but there are still some out there. So as long as we keep this stock at a relatively good price, there will be room for another momentum play and maybe even a tiny little short squeeze. But anyways, let's get into this. So if you look on Yahoo Finance, and that's what we're going to be looking at today, obviously they have almost a $1.9 billion market cap. And obviously they're not profitable, so they don't have a PE ratio as of yet, but we did see a huge spike in price recently, and this is something that I really want to mention, is that short term 2 to 6 weeks, they think the price will actually go sideways, which I kind of agree with, whether it's a little bit down, a little bit up, but if shorts are to start covering with the amount that are left, we could see a good swing in price, maybe 20 to 30% this week. But honestly, in the long term, 2 to 6 weeks, it's probably going to still be trading around the $14 to $17 range. Midterm and long term, they think that this will go down. And a couple of months ago, I would have told you that I'm bullish on this long term, because they beat earnings estimates by a ton, $3.22 versus minus 13 that was estimated. But then they proceeded to miss Q1 earnings by 81 cents. So I am, pretty much just thinking that this is going to trade pretty much sideways for the next, couple of months until they can prove, that they can actually be profitable. But honestly, they have started to do more revenue and start earning more. So I'm actually liking a lot what this company has to offer. Analyst price targets have it at $20 and $6. And pretty much what this is all about is keeping the price stable so that we can actually have these shorts cover their calls and maybe get a few more 10 to 30% out of them. Really quick on WeBull, just for the technicals of it. Obviously, we had this huge spike yesterday and the spike in volume as well after a day of consolidation. People were not very happy, and then all of a sudden we broke a resistance level of about $15.50, and now we have been trading kind of consolidating once again, and at the end of the day volume picked up a little bit, but the MACD is starting to trend upwards, and after hours we did not see that drastic of a price drop. Actually, we saw no price drop, so overall we're looking good going into next week for Workhorse. The second Wall Street bet stock that we're going to be looking at this week is going to be Sundial Growers, and that is because Sundial Growers is one of the best meme stocks out there. When we used to make a lot more content on stocks versus crypto, Sundial was what every investor wanted to know about, because for some reason investors have just chosen this as their favorite stock. So it has kind of that Shiba Inu, that Safe Moon type of vibe where people just want to see this thing blow up. That could be because it's $1, but it is $1 because they have been issuing a ton of new shares, and obviously that's something you Sundial investors know I do not like about Sundial growers. Yahoo Finance thinks that long-term Sundial growers will go up. Short-term and mid-term that it'll go down. This is another momentum swing play. This is all going to be whether or not AMC, these synthetic shares are exposed, coming up this week. If they could have that huge short squeeze, I think that these meme stocks, Workhorse, Sundial, and AMC, are all going to go, explosive growth. But if these synthetic shares are not, actually a thing, and the shorts don't have to cover that much, then obviously these meme stocks might just trade sideways or even go down a little bit. This is pretty much a bet we are placing that these synthetic shares are real for AMC. Or people just are excited about AMC and they keep on adding it every day, like they did 15% yesterday. Obviously, we're up 2% yesterday, and Sundial Growers is another company that is about $1.9 billion. If you look at their earnings, obviously they've missed. This isn't a fundamental play. For me, this is also another momentum swing. Analyst price targets, they have it as low as 45 cents and as high as $1.41. I think the high is a little bit low, considering it'll only go higher in the next couple of weeks or days or weeks, if this whole meme stock revolution continues into next week. If not, then we could be seeing some slight drop-offs in price. But here we go. If we go to WeBull quickly, basically we have been consolidating over the last day. We were pretty much trading between $1.03 and $1.07 or 8 ish. Obviously, every time Sundial moves, it's a whole percent because it's only about $1. But if we take a look here at the MACD, we are still trending downwards a bit, and we're sitting at about a 40 RSI. So going into next week, considering we are up after hours about 2%, it is looking pretty strong, but we're going to need some sympathy gains from AMC. All right, and finally, obviously we cannot make a WallStreetBets video without talking about AMC. So AMC obviously was up 16% yesterday after another great run, and it looks like we bottomed out at about the $40 level. Now, something that I find very interesting for AMC, obviously we're sitting at about a $25 billion market cap, not a profitable company, so no PE ratio. But the short term, mid-term, and long term are all up. Are all expected to be up. Yet they say a bearish pattern is detected. This is just interesting to me. Maybe these are talking about when AMC was trading at about like $10 a few weeks ago. But at the end of the day, they think it's going to go all up. Obviously, they did better on their last earnings, but still missed by about 12 cents. And if we look at quarterly, revenue is still, just staying steady at about 148 million. Now, this isn't pricing in the recent success they've had with A Quiet Place 2. And honestly, right now, it's nowhere close to any price targets because the high for a price target is $16. This isn't a fundamental play, just like the others aren't a fundamental play. AMC is basically, if there are synthetic shares, AMC will go to the moon because these shorts are going to have to cover. And we, as a WallStreetBets community, as a meme stock investing community, have made a pact not to sell for anything less than $100 to some people or $100K to others. Obviously, I think people won't sell until about $100 to $200. I think there's massive upside for AMC right now in the 3x to 10x range in the next couple of weeks. But obviously, people will start taking profits at a certain point, so you have to remember that. And then they will give these people back their money. But anyways, if we take a look here at WeBull, obviously, yesterday was a resurgence for AMC. Honestly, volume has been pretty steady throughout the past few days, but right now we are looking very strong. the MACD is trending back up. We are trending back up on the RSI. We're not even at overbought territory yet. After we were still up 0.63%. I'm pretty sure we are going to continue this success that we have had, and we have just broken a resistance level 2 at $49.23. We have another resistance level at about $52. If we can break that, we could be returning all the way up to $60. AMC just overall is something you should always have on your watch list, and just throw a little bit of money towards it if you're interested. If you're not, don't throw money towards it. But that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. These were 3 stocks to watch for 3 WallStreetBets stocks to watch next week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys get your 2 free stocks from WeBull. Make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. My name is Zach. I'll see you in the next video.